Hi there and welcome back to English Lessons with inlingua Vancouver. I'm Tash and this is part 2 of our lessons on pronouns. So previously we discussed what a pronoun is, when to use it, and today we're going to look at antecedents and the pronoun cases that we use. So first of all, what is an antecedent? It's a long and confusing word. But it just means the noun that we are replacing, okay? The noun that has been replaced. So instead of saying Bob likes soccer, we say he likes soccer, and our antecedent would be Bob. Okay? It's the noun that we have sent away and replaced with a pronoun. So it usually refers to the closest preceding pronoun. And that's where people tend to go wrong using pronouns. They forget which pronoun connects to which antecedent and create sentences that can be really confusing to read. So let's have a look. I have a sentence up here for you. It was pitch black outside and my cat was missing. I grabbed my flashlight and listened for its purr. So first job, can you find the pronoun? It. There's our pronoun. And our pronoun is standing in for an antecedent, for a noun. Which noun does this refer to? Well, we have this word here, purr. Okay? So I think we can understand that I mean the cat. But in this example sentence, I grabbed my flashlight and listened for its purr. It means the flashlight, which is ridiculous. Flashlights don't purr, cats purr. So this sentence is problematic and we should change it. The best way to change it, in my opinion, is to have a noun here instead of a pronoun. So I'm going to call my cat Magic. There we go. So now my cat has a name. And instead of repeating my cat twice, we talked about how we don't like to repeat things, I've now replaced it with a name. And now reading that sentence, you are not going to think that my flashlight is called Magic and is purring. You're going to understand that that's my cat's name. It was pitch black outside and my cat was missing. I grabbed my flashlight and listened for Magic's purr. Now the purr belongs to Magic. Magic is the name of the cat. The sentence is no longer confusing. Sometimes you think, well, I didn't believe that a flashlight was purring, so it wasn't really confusing. And in this situation, maybe you understand the sentence even with a complicated antecedent relationship. But it's not good English. And what we are looking at here is improving our English, making it better. Have a look at this sentence. There was a knock at the door. It was my mother. So first job, where is the pronoun? That would be here, it. And what is the pronoun replacing? What is happening in the previous sentence that we are using a pronoun? There was a knock at the door. In this sentence, it refers to the knock. My mother isn't a knock, my mother is a person. So what we have done here is made a sort of impossible antecedent pronoun relationship. We understand that my mother is at the door. We understand that my mother has knocked, but the English is not good. So to change this sentence, I would suggest we get rid of this whole second sentence and replace it completely. I think we should say, my mother had arrived. Just get rid of the pronoun in this sentence because it is confusing and we don't need it. Sometimes it is better not to use a pronoun to make sure that your meaning is clear. This is especially important if you are writing, for example, an action scene between two people, especially if they are the same gender. You have he, or she, and it gets really confusing until the reader is like, And so who's standing on one leg? I don't even know. I don't know who just got punched. Sometimes you have to use the noun, not a pronoun. Make sure you read your work carefully and try to visualize what you are saying. Make sure that your antecedent-pronoun relationship makes sense. Okay, one of the other tricky things with pronouns is knowing whether to say, for example, he or him. How can you decide? We have 3 cases of pronouns. Okay? We have subjective, objective, and possessive. So every pronoun, I, you, we, they, it, he, she, has a possessive case, a subjective case, and an objective case. You might recognize some of these words. Subject, object, parts of a sentence. So, when you're thinking about whether to use he or him, she or her, me or mine, you have to know in the sentence, is the pronoun subjective, objective, or possessive? The subject is the doer. I punch. The person or thing doing the action. The objective case, the object, is the person or thing receiving the action. I was punched by him. He punched me. And the possessive case shows possession, means it belongs to me. So, to decide whether to use he or him, we have to look at the sentence and think, is this the subject, the object, or is it the possessive case? I like you better than he. I like you better than him. Which works? I like you better than him. The objective case. He is the object. I am the subject. He is the object. So I have to use the objective case. So we're going to go through my table where I've gone and written out for you an example little sentence or clause using the subjective, objective, or possessive pronoun case for each of our pronouns. So we're going to start with the subject doing the action. I sing, you sing, he or she sings, it sings, we sing, they sing. Who sings? This is pretty easy. These are the pronouns that you learn first and the ones that people tend to use also for the objective case. Subjective case, your verb, you have to change the verb sometimes. I, you, she or he, it, we, they, who. When the pronoun is the object of the sentence, objective case, we have a sentence that is coming towards me. I am receiving the action. Sing to me, not sing to I. Me is the objective case of I. Joe sings to you. You is nice and easy, no change. Sing to her, sing to him, from she or he. Sing to it, again, nice and easy, no change. We sing, sing to us. They sing, sing to them. To whom does Joe sing? You see this here? Whom and who? People get so confused when to use who and when to use whom, and the only trick that works is to replace who with a different subject. Change it to I. I sing is the subject. To me does Joe sing? No. To whom does Joe sing? Does Joe sing to me? We know it has to be the objective case to make this question. So when you would use he or him or me, you know that you have to use the M on the end. Whom. Okay? Who sings? To whom? To him. I sing to him. Not I sing to he. And then we have also got the possessive case, belonging. Okay? When we own something. La, my song. The song belongs to me. Your song. The song belongs to you. Her or his song. The song belongs to her. The song belongs to him. Its song. The song belongs to it. Our our song. The song belongs to us. Their song. The song belongs to them. Whose song? The song belongs to whom? So you can see for each of these pronouns, there are 3 different cases. Even if the word, the spelling doesn't change, it is still performing a different function in the sentence. And it gets tricky because you, it, but you have to think really carefully. The best way to do it, look at your sentence, find the subject, find the object, and decide is it possessive or not. So there's going to be a board change whilst I add in some example sentences we can practice on. So I'll see you in a moment. So now we're going to look at the 2 best tricks for deciding which case of the pronoun you should use. Subjective, objective, or possessive. How do you decide between subjective and objective? Well, one of the best ways to decide is to add or delete some words into your sentence. Okay? So you have a sentence, for example, Mom cooked dinner for Brian and I. That sounds okay. Mom cooked dinner for Brian and I. It doesn't sound wrong. That's the thing with pronouns. They're very tricky to hear if they're incorrect. Okay. So here, I've chosen to add in and repeat the word for. Mom cooked dinner for Brian and for I. That actually sounds a bit weird. Mom cooked dinner for Brian and for me. For me makes sense. For me sounds better. For I sounds incorrect. When we add in the word for, we repeat it, we can hear that this sentence was wrong. Mom cooked dinner for Brian and for me. That's the correct answer. Have a look at my second example. Her and I went to the mall. So what I have done here is taken the verb went and repeated it. Her went and I went to the mall. How does that sound? She went and I went to the mall. That's right, she went. We know how to use subjectives when the verb is right here. She went sounds good. So now I know that this is incorrect. This should be she and I went to the mall. She and I, not her. Next up, I have an example of how deleting words can sometimes help. If you have a longer sentence, a little confusing, us 8th graders are studying algebra. Us 8th graders are studying algebra. That sounds okay. What about if I take out this section? Us are studying algebra. How does that sound? Nasty. Us are? Ooh, that's no good. Using the wrong case. What should this say? We. Need the subjective case. We are studying algebra. Okay. So here I've shown you 2 examples of adding words in. Okay, prepositions, repeating the verb, okay, before the pronoun, so you can hear what it sounds like connected to the verb or preposition. And here I've shown you how deleting part of the sentence can help you decide. One more example. She is taller than me. Sounds fine to me. She's taller than me. She is taller than me am tall. She is taller than I am tall. So what I've done here is I've taken is taller, okay, this comparative, and I've repeated it, okay, making a short sentence on the end there. I am tall, me am tall. Which one's correct? It's pretty easy when you look at it like this to know that even though it might sound all right in the sentence without repeating the words, you can see when you repeat it that it sounds horrible. Me am tall. Ugh, no thanks. She is taller than I. Because the meaning here is that of I am tall. She is taller than I am. She is taller than I am tall. Next up, I'm going to show you how to turn the sentence around. It's another good trick. If these don't work, if you cannot see how to add in or delete some words, Okay? Try turning the sentence around, changing the order of the words. The best students are Ryan and me. I'm going to change them around. I've got two examples for you over here. Me am the best student. I am the best student. Which one sounds correct to you? Me am the best student. That's no good. That is not correct. The best students are Ryan and I. I am the best student. Okay? So we need to have that pronoun in the correct case in the sentence. Okay? We need it to be subjective. And the last one, the winner is him. Him is the winner, or he is the winner. So I've just swapped the order of the words around to create an active sentence. He is the winner, or him is the winner. He. The winner is he. So, pronouns can be really tricky, and it does take lots of practice. But these tips should help you to identify the mistakes that you make in your writing with pronouns. Hope this has helped you out, and I'll see you next time. Bye.